Good afternoon, everyone. I hope we all are well. So in today's video, we're going to continue the topic of point of intersection. If I were to ask you the question, x minus y is equal to minus 2, and x plus 9y is equal to 8. I'm going to get rid of the 9. To get rid of a 9, I have to take that 9 away, right? But do you notice something? If I multiply this by minus 9 multiplied by minus y, that's just going to give me a plus y. And that's not my aim here. My aim here is to get rid of this y. I don't want it. So I'm not going to use negative. I'm going to use a plus. So sometimes you really have to just pause and take back and really just look, try and work it out in your head. Will that work or not? So let's now multiply this whole equation by 9. So x multiplied by 9 is 9x. Minus y multiplied by 9 is minus 9y is equal to minus 2 multiplied by 9 is minus 18. So then we rewrite the second equation. X plus 9y is equal to 8. Okay, so 9x plus x is 10x. This cancels out. Our aim is done. Is equal to minus 18 plus 8. That is minus 10. We're going to get rid of this 10 by dividing. So x is equal to minus 10 over 10, which x is equal to minus 1. Now, we haven't finished the question, remember? We figured out the value of x. Now we have to figure out the value of y. So I'm going to take the second equation because there's no minuses and there's less room for error. So obviously you can take the first one, but I just personally want to take the second one. So x plus 9y is equal to 8, right? And we know that x is equal to minus 1. So let's write that in. Minus 1 plus 9y is equal to 8. I'm going to bring this minus 1 to the other side. So 9y is equal to 8 plus 1. 9y is equal to 9. Take out this 9. We're going to divide. Y is equal to 9 over 9. Y is equal to 1. Now let's look at our question. Variable is x, right? So we're going to put x first. So minus 1, and our second variable is y, 1. And that is your answer. I will admit, these type of questions is where it really throws people off, and that's why a lot of people do struggle with point of intersection. So if I were giving you the question, 3r plus 2s is equal to minus 5, and 5r plus 4s is equal to minus 9. Okay, let's just break this down. Okay, firstly, it's not as straightforward as the last question. We can't really eliminate any of these that easily. What am I going to eliminate first? I'm just going to take the first one. 3 and 5. Okay, now you can't really multiply anything by 3 to get 5. Like, 3 by 1, that's 3. 3 by 2, that's 6. Okay, so we can't get 5. What about 5? 5 by 1, that's 5. And 5 by 2, that's 10. Okay, so let's just cross that out. We can't multiply any of these. In this case, we're going to multiply both of the equations. So to do so, a quick way to do it is multiply 3 by 5. 3 by 5 is 15, right? How do we get the number 5 to 15 in multiplication-wise? Multiplication-wise, right? LCM, lowest common multiple. To get this 5 to 15, we have to multiply it by 3. And to get this 3 to 15, you have to multiply it by 5. And also, let's say the multiples. Okay, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, ongoing. And for 5, 10, 15, 20, ongoing. What's the lowest common multiple? 15. We both know. Okay, so now let's do this realistically. If I were to multiply this by 5, yes, and multiply this by 3, do you see a problem with that? If you're multiplying 3 by 5, that's 15. If you're multiplying 5 by 3, that's 15. But what is our initial aim? Why am I doing all this workings out? It's because I need to eliminate this r. So how am I going to do that? I'm just going to simply make one of them negative. Because think about it. 3 multiplied by minus 5 is minus 15. That would give us minus 15. And 5 multiplied by 3, that is 15. So that is going to cancel out. And that's where we're aiming for. So let's do so. So 3r multiplied by minus 5 is minus 15r. 2s multiplied by minus 5 is minus 10s. And minus 5 multiplied by minus 5, that is 25. Now 5 or multiplied by 3 is 15 or. And 4s multiplied by 3 is 12s plus 12s. And minus 9 multiplied by 3 is minus 27. Now let's look at that. That cancels out. Minus 10 plus 12s, that is 2s. So then 25 minus 27, that is minus 2. Now to get rid of this 2, we have to divide. So s is equal to minus 2 over 2. S is equal to minus 1. Now let's find the value of the second variable. 3r plus 2s is equal to minus 5. Okay, so we know that s is equal to minus 1, correct? So let's just fill that in. 3r plus 2s, which is bracket minus 1, equals minus 5. Now now we're just going to clean this up, it looks quite messy. 3r minus 2 equals minus 5. Now we have to bring this minus 2 to the other side, so 3r is equal to minus 5 plus 2. So then 3r is equal to minus 3. We're going to take this 3 and divide it, so r is equal to minus 3 over 3. R is equal to minus 1. So then your answer, let's look at our question here. R is the first variable, so minus 1. And s is our second variable, minus 1. And that is your answer. Now let's try one more question, right? If I were to give you the question, 3a minus 2b is equal to 19. And 2a plus 5b is equal to 0. Now, what is the point of intersection? 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. Now, let's double check that. Lowest common multiple. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Ongoing. And for 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Ongoing. Right? What is our lowest multiple? 6. How do we get 3, multiplication-wise, how do we get 3 to 6? Well, you multiply by 2. And what about 2? 2 multiplied by something is 6. Or in other words, you can think about it as 6 divided by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So, we know for this equation, we have to multiply it by 2. And for this one, we have to multiply it by 3, but it's not going to result in an elimination. We have to make one of them negatives. Okay, 3 multiplied by 2 is 6a. Minus 2b multiplied by 4 is minus 4b. 19 multiplied by 2 is 38. And 2a multiplied by minus 3 is minus 6a. And plus 5b multiplied by minus 3 is minus 15b. That's just 0. So this cancels out. Then minus 4b minus 15b, that's minus 19b, and then obviously you're just left with 38. B is equal to 38 over minus 19, and b is equal to minus 2. We know that the value of b is minus 2, correct? But now we have to find the value of a. 2a plus 5b is equal to 0. We know that b is equal to minus 2, right? So 2a plus 5b is minus 2 is equal to 0. Let's clean that up. 2a minus 10 is equal to 0. I'm going to bring this to the other side. 2a is equal to 10. a is equal to 10 over 2. a is equal to 5. So let's look at our question. A is the first variable, so that's going to be 5. And our second variable is b, which is minus 2. So our answer is 5 minus 2.